Hello, everybody. Welcome. We got some stuff going on today. Just want to tell y'all, hope y'all having a good week. Appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Hope you enjoy the content. Because that's why I make it. It's for y'all to watch it. So, I hope y'all enjoy it. And my beard needs a trimming. I got to go to the barber one day. I just hadn't had time to do that because been doing lots of other stuff, trying to get all this stuff caught up. But the good news is we're getting there. So we got a few things to do today. We got some Mac action today. Now, I don't know what this is going to take. This is not a build job or anything. This is a just get it running job. It's been here for a while. I actually forgot I had it and I found it. So I'm figuring the fella will probably be happy to get it back. So we're going to get after it. We got a pretty nice ProMax 700, and the tag says check the carb kit and a fuel line. So we're going to have to put a different fuel line in it because I'm out of the other one. So we're going to convert it to a standard rubber line, and y'all are going to get to witness that. Now, his gas cap O-ring is stuck to the tank. I really don't like these O-rings. They're kind of a pain in the birchki. Just tucking it back down in there, trying to get it. I think somebody has painted this thing because the paint does appear to be newer paint. Now, I don't know that for a fact. I'm just saying it appears to be. But this is what we've got. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the carburetor off of it. Just 8mm or 5/16. Don't forget to put this back on whenever you put it back together, because it ain't no fun when you do forget it, I promise. There, we got her loose. Let's pop the choke lever out of there. Now, of course, the carburetor is stuck down. Why would it not be? Just a little light pressure on it to pop it loose. We're going to get the... Okay, while I'm doing sliding the rubber, there's a rubber hickey in here. I don't know if y'all can see it. I doubt you can. Slide this rubber rascal right up to here, and then you can turn this without stretching it so far. Just get that out of the way. We're going to pull up on the carburetor, pull the throttle, move it over here out of the way. See if I can get the fuel line off. This fuel line's shrunk. I could just cut it, get it off there, but I like to save the ends if I can, because sometimes I use them for other things. Even though it's shrunk, it's still gas line. And of course, but since that's stuck on there, we're going to leave it on there until it falls off. Let's want to look at the piston. Everything looks good there. All right, let's see if we can pop the fuel line out of this rascal. I'm just going to reach in the tank and grab it and kind of pull forward. Push that through. And there's the old fuel line. The sock is shrunk. Fuel line is cracked up and brittle. That is no good. Now, what I've got somewhere on the table is this thing here. You can make these if you have a lathe. I'm going to check the fit on this one because I don't know. Looks like I got her just about perfect. I just made this one. I was going to film it, but it was only, this was a 1/2 inch piece, and you just turn it down to 417 thousandths and drill a 215 thousandths hole in it, and that's a piece of Echo fuel line. This will make it where you don't have to have all that. You don't have to have a special fuel line anymore. Now we are going to mod the carburetor just a little bit, and I will show y'all that. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray a little bit of brake cleaner on here, just to clean that line up where it goes, because I'm going to put a little bit of Loctite on it. I want to make sure everything's clean. Make sure everything is clean. I already got the fuel line stuck in there. And you can put the fuel line in afterwards, and I may wind up popping it back out, I don't know. But I just want to see if I could do it this way, just because I haven't never done it this way. So, you know, I gotta try something new every once in a while just to see if that's the way I can do it. Hopefully this will only take a second. And it didn't take me but just a minute to make this fuel line. I mean, it's really just that simple. Just turned it down from a 1/2 inch to 417 and drilled a hole in it and chamfered it. That was it. But I'm going to get a long punch right quick, so I can just reach up in there and just tappy tap tap tap. Hopefully it'll just tap right in there and there won't be no issues. If there are, I'll stop it and sort the issues out, and then we'll go from there. Because, well, sometimes I do show the issues on camera, sometimes I don't. Since my finger's good and clean right now with brake cleaner, I can actually touch that, and we're just gonna set him right there in the hole and just get everything out of the way and give it a little. That ought to have her done. That ought to have it sealed off right there. Now, that's the easier part. Now, I don't think this fuel line will fit on this bulb, and it won't. Because here's the deal. There's that other piece of line at. I had another piece laying here just a minute ago. Now I can't find it. For whatever reason, there it is. Here's the fuel line compared to the nipple. Why they made this bulb this big is beyond me. Now, I've shown this before, but it's been a while. Grab this nipple with a good pair of pliers, twist it, and pull on it. And the nipple comes out of the carburetor. Now, you can find a nipple that'll fit back in the carburetor. You can. That's not normally what I do. Because not everybody has a massive array of carburetors to deal with. So give me a minute, I'll show you. All right. Now you can do this in the lathe, and normally I probably would, but since a lot of people don't have a lathe, this is what I want to show you. Your belt sander, hand grinder, whatever you got. You want to use your handheld lathe, which most people, if you're working on stuff, I assume you have a cordless drill or some type of drill. So you see where I'm going with this. You're going to put your drill in low. Turn it on. You're going to take her right down, just like that. I left just a little bit of the snag on the back of it, just a little bit. Now, take it out of your handheld lathe, and it should look something like this. Now, the fuel line should fit on it. Let's go back around there to the other side. Now, it's still going to be a bit of a tight fit. It is, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, but you can see it will fit up on there. Now, I can put it in the lathe and I can take it down a little bit farther yet. But just to show you, you can do it without the tools that I have. I wanted you to see that. I mean, it would be nice to take it down just a shade farther, but I'm probably not going to. I'm gonna take this over to the polishing wheel and give it a little cleanup. Now, I didn't take it down anymore. I just polished it up a little bit. Now what we're going to do is just set it back up here. Take our polished hammer. And just tappy tap her back in there. Now, this is the same size fuel line I'm using, you can see. Now you can see the smaller fuel line fits on there. And it stays on there right good. So, now, there you go. How long did that take us? I mean, besides making that bushing, I mean, that took me a few extra minutes that y'all didn't get to see, but, well, you know. All right, let's get set up and pull this carburetor apart. All right, I'm gonna attempt to get y'all some good video here. I'm actually trying to move stuff out of the way because I'm tripping over it. So, hopefully, y'all can see this right well. I'll try to hold it down here. We're going to tear into this carburetor and see what we got. He says check it for whether it needs a kit or not. If it's not hard and dried out, we'll probably just clean it and put it back in there. Depends on how everything works out. So, and I will probably have to stop filming here in a minute. A feller's coming to pick up one of his saws, so if he shows up, I'll pause it and we'll get back after it. That feels like it may be. Oh yeah, that's pretty stiff. Yep, pretty yucky. We'll probably put a kit in it. I'm hoping that y'all can see what's going on because I can't see the camera the way it is now. I usually have the front facing me so that I can actually see what's on the screen, but I can't zoom so y'all can't see as good. So I put it to the back, and all I can see is the back of the camera. Pretty tight. Take care when you're pulling this off, because it's attached to the metering lever underneath there. So you want to get it out and slide it out like that. I mean, that would probably run, but I've got it off, and here in my hands, we're gonna clean it up right quick. Give her a little washy wash. We'll blow it off with an air hose. We're going to take the needle out of this one because I really don't want to have to take it back off. So let me get the tweezers. Maybe y'all get to see all of this. I'm hoping it turns out good. There's the pin. There's the needle and the metering lever. And there's the spring. And we're going to spray a little bit of juice down through the needle hole. There we go. Now, I've got to clean this up just a bit because you can see the black stuff stuck on here. That's where the pump diaphragm was stuck down. Let's try to clean it off. Gentle and not scratch up the surface real bad. Try not to get too many scratches on it. But you can feel the high spots with this razor knife. This is the way I usually get them off. And I also use Scotch-Brite too. Excuse me. This is a little bit labor intensive when it comes to this, trying to figure it out without scratching too much. Kind of move around a little bit, you can get a feel for it. The sharper your razor is, the better off you are. And I actually sharpen these because I'm frugal or cheap, whichever one you want to call it. And sometimes if this surface right here is really bad, that's when I use my granite and some 400 grit sandpaper and polish them up. I don't think this one's very bad. We'll see how it looks once I get the stuff scraped off of it. Some of these have some real bad machine marks on them, and if you really want your carburetor to work better, resurfacing it with some 400 grit sandpaper is the way to go. On a granite block, piece of glass, something that's remotely flat, cast iron table saw, bed. If you got a table saw with a cast iron table, they work pretty good. I actually have one out back I was planning on using for my stone, but I haven't got it in the house yet. See what that looks like. see if I can. I was gonna hit it with my Scotch-Brite, but for some reason all my sandpaper and Scotch-Brite seems to be off the table, except for the 80 grit. And I don't really want to use the 80 grit. And just a little bit of black left right there. My hands just ain't cooperating the best today. But you rub the edge of that knife blade all over it, you can feel it. That looks pretty good. I probably ain't gonna worry with it much more than that. I think that'll be all right. Let me get a carburetor kit. All right, now I went and got all stuff. The fella come by and picked up his saw and brought another one. We'll probably be filming on that here directly. All right, now I cleaned it up the best I can clean it up. I could not find this diaphragm right here in new. I thought I had a new one, but apparently I do not. So what I did is I walked over and I got some carburetors over in the filing cabinet. I went over and took this one. I'd put a kit in it sometime back to use on something. I haven't put it on there, so I kind of like snatched it off there. Now I had this new, so we're going to replace it. But I didn't have the black part new, so I took it out of another carburetor that I had, that I built sometime or another. I think we might have run it a little bit. It's had a little bit of run time on it, but it's soft and flexible. So we're gonna go with it for now. We're gonna put her back together. Screwdriver. We're going to slap her back together. Trying not to take too awful long, but I'm trying to make a video that's specific, because a lot of people like to see the carburetor videos. We're going to get this back on here. We're just going to snug all of them up. Don't over tighten them, because you can strip them. Just get them snug. There you go. Now, I got a new needle. The meter and lever doesn't look worn, so I'm going to reuse it. If they look really, really worn, sometimes I replace them. Or if they look like they got a bunch of wear on them. This one looks like it doesn't have any at all, so I'm not opposed to reusing it. This is an actual brand new Walbro needle. So y'all can see, maybe put that in there and then push that back under there and push it all down and hold it. Snug it up. Now, SDC. I don't remember which one it is, but I think it's this one. I don't believe it's that one. I don't know, it might be that one. It says WLA and WB. That's right on the touch mark. Try to keep the trash out of here. There we go. just adjust the needle a little bit. If you don't have one of these gauges, they need to be right almost flush with that. As long as it's almost flush with that, you should be in pretty decent shape. If you get it a little high, you'll know because it'll flood. Now to put this back in there, I hold it like this. Try to reach down in there and grab the little dew flanger and then make sure it's free, and it is. That's how you put it back on there. Set the cap screws back in it. I know, my big old fingers. Makes it hard for y'all to see this. There we go. And remember, if you got gorilla fingers, these screws will strip. Just go easy with them. If you turn them till they loosen back up, they don't have any holding power anymore. Ought to be good enough. Oh, these are my tweezers, and this is just an old piece of fuel line. Just a little tech tip for the day. Well, if I can pick it up, I'm gonna throw this needle in the trash because it's got a pretty good groove on it. All right, let's get you back to your regularly scheduled video, or maybe we'll just pop it up from here. Give me a minute. All right, let's try it. I would zoom a little bit more, but I'm trying to keep it where y'all can see it, and it's a kind of a wide range. We're gonna put a new fuel filter up in here. And we're gonna drop it down in the front of the tank where it belongs. There we go. That's about where the factory one would be at. I might pull just a little bit back in. My sinuses are kind of bothering me. Today, I'm sure y'all can hear it. It looks like there's a little bit of stuff down in there. Y'all give me just a second. I just want to get anything that might be in there out. Stinky. Little old gas in there. Just checking to make sure y'all still in frame. All right. Now to hook this back up, we're gonna lift this up, hook it to the carburetor. It's better if you pull the throttle. Hook that back up. Get that back in there. Make sure you put your choke down in there, because some of them will fit and some of them will not fit. And it just depends on the saw a lot of times, I guess. Don't ask me why, I do not know. I don't know the reason. There we go. see if we got it. Everything looks lined up. Put it with the bolt to the back. This bolt goes to the rear. If you don't put it to the rear, then your air filter cover won't fit on there. Sometimes getting these bolts started is a little bit of a trick. For whatever reason, the throttle lock is not functioning on this saw. I don't know if part of the trigger's broke or what. There we go. But a lot of times it's easier to get the bolt started if you got the trigger pulled, because there is spring tension on the throttle and it will push the carburetor the other way. Go. That works. Now we got to cut a little bit of this fuel line off. I already tell it's too long. We're going to just cut a little off at a time until we get it to where it fits. And I believe that's I believe that'll work. Yep, I think that'll work just fine. All right. Let's see if y'all can see it. Yeah, we got her in there. All right, let's put some gas in it and go adjust on it if it'll run. All right. Now, just put gas in it and put the air filter lid on it. I hadn't even done nothing to it. We're gonna just pretend like it's ready to go. Pull the choke out. I already maxed the decomp earlier. And the throttle lock does not work for whatever reason. All right. Let's see if she'll crank. See how many pulls. Surely not. That's probably a little brake cleaner down here. Well, might have to go get a screwdriver to turn that idle screw in a little bit. Which I got a scranch right here. We'll try it with the scranch. I'm impressed it cranked that fast. I really wish this tag would quit, because if it gets tore up, I don't have his number. We're just gonna set it over there. Just need some throttle. Yep. That's what I figured anyway. Smells flooded now. I may have flooded it. Okay. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go out on a limb here, say that maybe the gas tank's leaking or something. Yeah, I think the gas tank's leaking in there. Just really. Oh yeah, that's great. That's exactly what it is. The gas tank's leaking like a golden seal. The gas tank's leaking like a seal. See how it jerks the cap up like that? I'd say we got it. All right. Let's got to take care of the rest of it, I reckon. All right. Apparently, I might have to reseal the top of the gas tank too. What can you do? I don't know whether I'm gonna film that or not. I would ask y'all to tell me whether you want to see it or not, but I may have it done before this video is ever finished uploading, because I'm probably just gonna walk in here, snatch the top off, put a new gasket in it, and stick it back on there. That way I can call him and see if he's ready to come and get it. All right. We'll do it on another one. All right. As always, I appreciate y'all watching. I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. If you don't hear it from me again, I'm going to probably say it in all my videos till Christmas time. So, you know, that's just the way it goes. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. Comment. Subscribe if you'd like. We have a good time. We do a lot of crazy stuff here. Do a lot of chainsaw repair. All right. Y'all have a good day. Stay safe. Be kind. Treat each other the way you want to be treated. God bless. Remember, Jesus loves you. Bellhopper out.